This is all coming down, which means that this kitchen is coming out. All this wood on the other side is termite ridden, the whole thing. We have a terrible, terrible Karen. They're out to get us.
We have recently had a very interesting experience with a client.
She's not gonna tell you. Under the table!
So we're in the penthouse level of HQ. So initially, this conduit was ripping from the wall. And you can see where I have a finger right up here, got this much, that we've had to, we just plastered it to try to hold everything in place for a little while. This door, as you can see, does not actually shut properly. This pier, which is completely lacking in support. So the frame is cracked here. It's completely separated. And then you've got shear cracking all the way along here. Give me that. You've got shear cracking all the way here, and then cracking all along there and all the way here. So this is what we're gonna have to temporarily shore. You can see how this is really pushing out quite a bit. It's a little scary. So this is the major issue. And then up above too in the gable, we've got some problems. This is all coming down, which means that this kitchen is coming out, which is a little tragic. I had hoped that I could live here for the renovation, and then I realized my clients who attempt to do that, I hate. And I need to remember, having just done a renovation with my guys, that in this scenario, though I may be their boss, I'm a client. And we have to treat me like a client. You know, my feelings get hurt. They don't do exactly what I want them to do at all times. Like, I'm a client. This is an emotional thing for me. I'm gonna pack the whole place up. I'm gonna move out for 12 weeks. That's just what it is. I mean, we talked about like building a temporary wall, but I realized there's just going to be so much dust. I would be ill. Everything comes out. It's a little heartbreaking. It is what it is. Like, it's life. You gotta just roll with it. The benefit is I'm getting all new windows, and hopefully my balcony will be fortified enough that I can actually stand on it and put like some nice plants. So that's the silver lining. But in the temporary meantime measure, Michael's coming home in the next few weeks. And I've realized this is very much a Sex in the City apartment. This is for a single gal only. And so somehow we're gonna co-live together for 8 weeks max. Where his stuff is gonna go, I don't know. We'll figure that out sooner rather than later. But it should be very interesting to see what it's like. Right now you can see I've been working hard. I brought my monitor upstairs to my dining room table, and I've been studying. Look, I even have flashcards. I was like, wow, I'm like back at uni. And so I'm gonna move this back into the office so that way he's got a month off, so he needs to enjoy his time off. So this is what it's gonna be like. And let me show you what's happening. So in here, we switched around the conference room and the offices just because of all the work going on. So the thing that I love about this space is like when you don't have a lot of furniture, you can actually see the herringbone floor. Like you can actually see how it all comes together, which I love. That was what I wanted. This is an LVL, and normally the way a beam works is it sits on top of columns, which go down and transfer the load to your foundation. These have 2 plates on either side, 2 angles actually, which are secured into here. And so they're not really holding up any load properly. And then on the other side, right here, if you come here for a minute, you'll see that all this wood on the other side is termite ridden, the whole thing. And that this other 2x4 to your left is actually not doing anything because there's a hole in the middle of it. So somebody tried to modify some work and did a very poor job. When you see striations like this, and you see these little, almost like tunnels, that's all termites. And you can see it again here. This is all termite ridden. So a few things have happened here. This brick is in much better shape than this brick right here. We need to replace this beam and actually anchor it into the brick. But because this brick is in such bad shape and it's leaning over, I can't do that. And what this is telling me when you see those dark spots over there by the wood is that water is coming through here. A lot of water is coming through here. termites like dampness and darkness. And so it's become termite heaven, even though we've had them treated. And so actually what we do is remove all the plaster and rebuild from the brick up. You can see that actually, you can feel it when you walk right here that this is at an incline. And so what I think is that the structural supports, which should go back probably 6 feet from here, are not in probably great shape. And so we're gonna have to reinforce that, which means that this week I'm gonna be ripping up this floor. The original hardwood actually sits underneath here. I put this flooring in because I thought that one day I would want to refinish the hardwood floors, but they only have like one pass left in them. I'm gonna have to rip it all up. It's kind of sad. And then we are going to rebuild from, essentially from this floor up. So all the masonry is gonna come down. So it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. But that's life. Because I will never forget the phrase, the cobbler's children have no shoes. I was like, we can't have a ghetto bathroom, because we did have a really ghetto bathroom. So this is our new work bathroom. The walls are Tadillac. We wanted to practice some more, and I let the ladies choose the color. We kept the mirror and the faucet. We put this on a pedestal, and there used to be a bathtub here. This used to be like 2 steps, but it looked so shitty. And so we're like, okay, we'll just turn it into a shower. And so we just kind of gave it a nice upgrade. And then when we get the new window, the window's gonna be black, which is gonna look so good. So I'm very excited about that.
It's like in my 30s. What are we talking about? Our back issues. Oh, I got that back. Okay.
So Inspector, one of the lead DC inspectors, stopped by, and God, I know who he is.
We have a Karen.
Oh, more than a Karen.
My name is Gabriella, I go by Gabi, and I am a procurement manager at Cann Construction. So my job is pretty much 50-50 in office and then on site. Some weeks maybe 90% in office, some weeks maybe fully on site or something like that. So on site, I usually am really like just looking over what everybody's doing, the guys, but really my responsibility is to take care of everything that like we purchase for the job. So every time we have a delivery, for example, I always go in and check on them, like open everything up, see if there's anything damaged or anything like that.
My name's Latasha. I'm currently the office manager / quality control manager, but I'm project managing a few projects. But I haven't got the title yet. Waiting. I guess I gotta earn that one though. I'm not ready. This is my first job that I like really was on and there. You know, I can do little, you know, not little, but I'm not ready for let's dig in the ground. No. That takes too long. I like quickies.
We have a terrible, terrible Karen.
Well, like, what did, from whatever she did.
So Inspector called me, and he said, a neighbor has called and said you're building out of the standard, like what you're allowed to be building. Mm-hmm. Well, no, we have stamp plans on site. I got MEP, structural, architectural. Mm-hmm. And I said, everything's standard. We actually just had an inspection this morning. We're doing everything we're supposed to be doing. He said, well, I need to meet with your superintendent. I said, well, he's going to be there in an hour. I said, well, I have to wait for you for an hour. I said, okay. You know me, you work at my house.
So he didn't meet anybody?
No, we're gonna meet him tomorrow morning. He's gonna call me. And he was like, look, I just need to know what's happening.
I know what it was. It was a lot of people. A lot of cars, a lot of people.
But we have all our permits.
Okay, so we have just started dealing with complicated neighbors, which is, you know, you can't really control it. We're doing our very best to look presentable, but it's also like we demoed the whole house. It's, you know, it is annoying. So it's kind of hard to like, you know, trying to keep the balance of keeping the client happy and the neighbors happy. In a month from now, I think we're gonna be in a good place of like really starting to see the house kind of like coming along.
Yeah, we're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
It's just they're pissed off that
it's so much people, you know. There's a lot going on. Did you see my story?
I did
Work
see your
in
story.
back, work inside. They were loading everything inside, and no, like they didn't come out when I was there. We had a trailer on the driveway, 4 cars on the side, 2 cars on the other side, one on by the tree.
What about our parking spots that we have around the corner?
They're never full. And nobody really, like, all the cars there was like either with the steel stuff.
Yeah.
So they were just like getting stuff out.
So I'm like a suburb girl. Is it a suburban? Suburban. Right? And so I never thought I would work in DC. After a while, I was on Indeed looking for jobs. I just started applying for jobs. I'm not an office manager. But I can do, work on what I'm doing what I need to do. And then it's like I talked to Bella, and she was a woman. And in all the years that I've worked in construction, I've always worked under a man, or my bosses have been men. I've never had a woman boss, or she's even the owner. So that intrigued me. So I met with her. I was just like, oh my God, am I going to drive to DC every day? Like, this is going to be different for me. Because I used to work at home. So think, I'm in the house, I'm in my little bin in the house, no gas, no nothing. And then it's just like, I have to like change things up, Right now I'm dream chasing. Like I'm chasing dreams. I'm doing something that I would never thought I would do, and something that I'm fine. My first day here, it was fine. There was no parking, and I'm not used to parking. And Bella's like, oh, just double park. We'll pay you the ticket. We get tickets around here. And so it was fine. The second day, they told me to park at another job because we pay for parking over there. And I hit my project manager's car. Boop, backed right into it. I didn't hit it hard, but I have a Tahoe. So it was a little boop. And then I was driving. I came here. And Bella called me, and she thought I was going to quit. I really did think I wasn't going to make it, because I just felt like it was just too much.
They're out to get us, which they are. They made their intentions very clear to you on Friday. But we have to be very cognizant of that now.
So, it's a good question. I feel like for me, it's been really good. I think mainly to see how Bella's grown. So I've been with her for around 3 years now, and I was kind of the first person that she had in the team. Just to compare where she is now to where, how she started everything. And she's never changed like herself, but she's like so focused on like, this is her company, this is like her life, and she gives all of her to it. She's always trying to do better and be better. That includes for clients, for subs, for us, to be working for a woman in construction and a young woman in construction. It's really amazing actually to see. And I know, and I've seen that she's overcome so many things in this industry. She also has she has really big dreams for the company. I remember that in the beginning, a lot of people were a little bit skeptical. She was like, I want to have a TV show about my company. I want to have, she had all this super, high goals for the company. And I always believed, I was always like, that's cool, I want to be a part of that. And a lot of people were like, because men sometimes they don't have that same goal. So they look at it as in like, okay, like you do you. But I think that's amazing because, it just shows how she really wants to be big. And I'm like, I'm here for it, So yeah, it's really great. I love her. And I feel like she has made me a better worker and a better person. Because, seeing her growing throughout these years has been amazing. And I'm sure she would have said the same about me because I've changed a lot. And it's cool because she is like a part of my life. She's like becoming a part of, because I'm also young, so I'm also learning a lot of life being here. So it's great.
How come every townhome these people are outrageous?
It's a shared wall.
I know,
So
but not everybody's like that. People with too much time. Oh, been great.
Because there's grass, and people have a nice house, and you don't have to see your neighbors. You don't have to share a driveway. You have your own parking.
But you know the neighbors that never spoke to us.
But they called, and they complained, and we gave them parking, and they messed it up.
Those neighbors.
And then they called the parking people.
I meant the physical neighbors. I forgot about that. Oh gosh. That's what you get for saying that, Latasha.
Hello? Hey, how are you? Lately, a day in my life is showing up on site. I better get there by 8:30, right? Driving to work and my texts are going off and John's like, everybody here, you know, telling everybody where they need to go. But like me, I like to plan out what I'm doing because I have anxiety, right? So if I could plan it out the night before and I have a plan of where I'm going the next day, what I'm doing, and then I'm set, right? I have everything. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. But if you like text me and say, oh, you got to go here and everything like that, I just start stressing because it's chaos. But it's in construction is chaos. I don't do any of the hard labor. Let's just make that. I actually tore out one wall. That's about as far as I can go. I probably could paint something, but yeah, I just get on site, would like check, make sure everybody's there. Most people are there. It's been running smooth. 7th Street, you know, we're using Julio and Manuel. Yeah. So usually sometimes they like to go to that Home Depot, trying to clock in. But they like to go to Home Depot. So sometimes I'll meet them there or, you know, whatever. It's just like I'm on site and then usually like I'm not doing any of the work, you know. So, and I have smaller projects, you know. No smoking on my site. No smoking. Because you can burn the house down. Right. Take a walk. Bella has her way of how Bella wants it. And so she's going to do a punch list walkthrough at, I don't want to be having her come in and I have like 30 things that I didn't know because this is how Bella likes it. So you have things like, oh, you think it's okay, but she has high standards. So I have to meet the high standards. So with this being my first job, I have Gabi. I was like, come on, meet me there Wednesday and let's get our blue tape and do a walkthrough. So when Bella comes through, she comes through and she can maybe find some stuff. I'm hoping she doesn't, but most likely she will find something that is not up to her approval. But, you know, other than that, I want to be ready. And I'm learning too, you know, like I usually can do like outside stuff, but now this is like inside stuff. Because I remember my second day here, maybe the third, Bella had me on site at, and I was like, why am I here? Like I was like overwhelmed. And there's so many people there. I didn't even know MEP. And now I am understanding things. I can't read plans, but I will probably be able to read plans pretty soon. I am like a sponge. I'm soaking up all this stuff. Yes.
Gabi.
Uh-huh.
Park. Tiles.
Don't know yet. It's supposed to be here this week.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because if they could start on Monday.
That'd be ideal.
That would be, or Friday.
Should be fine because everything was in stock.
Yeah. When is the title not gonna arrive?
Today.
Oh, really?
I know.
What? But you ordered it on Friday.
I know. And I got the cheapest, which was not cheap, shipping.
Oh, you got the cheapest shipping?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you expedited the shipping.
It's
No.
the most expensive.
I didn't because it was like, yeah, it wasn't even, no.
How much was shipping?
$1,500, which is $200 less than all the material together. How crazy is that?
Why do we have to use Tatalat? Like that's just the brand.
It's pre-mixed.
Yeah, but like, okay, it's Moroccan
plaster. Yeah.
Who else has
There's only
Moroccan?
one other company that does it.
We need to do Venetian
Plaster. No, let's stick with Cadillac for now because we know how to do Cadillac.
I'm just saying the Venetian, but you have to do that on like.
Yeah, we're gonna get paid to do Venetian plaster. That's
Down the road, but that's.
Yeah, they're gonna pay me for it first.
You want to say, come on in my living? No, maybe like a office.
Would a Venetian plaster office?
Yeah, fucking right. Are you totally serious?
We can get a stand up practice.
My
Yes,
house?
for sure. But it's like you just have to pick a wall.
You have to do the whole wall, all the walls.
Yeah, no, you can no.
Hold
on, no. I'm talking about the. Remember when I showed you the video?
Mm-hmm.
That type of Venetian plaster, not the Venetian color.
Okay. Yeah.
But wouldn't that look great on a wall?
Mm-hmm. Where my desk used to sit.
Mm-hmm. I have a feeling that's going to be you and John's room. I know it. One day we're gonna come in, and Gabby already knows. We're gonna come in and we're gonna hear a frame like, or you're gonna keep us out in the field somewhere and say, oh, you can't go in the office, right? They're gonna come back in here and it's gonna be all walled up, and you're gonna be over there, Bella in the background.
I would love that. I would love it.
Can I say that moment?
Yeah, you can say that moment.
Okay. We had a client meeting, and in that client meeting, the client said, I don't know how he said it. He said, that's fine. Go ahead. Let me answer your question while you and Gabby are there billing me while Bella's in the background.
Because they thought Latasha's shadow was me in the background.
No. I'm black. And my little arm was coming up over there occasionally, right? And it was so funny when he said, with Bella in the background and Bella's upstairs. I got up and I was sitting there and I got up and ran this way, hit the light, turned the light off in the video. And it's just like, I had to come over here, turn the light back on. It was so funny. And then Gabby throughout the video, when the guy's getting upset and stuff, and it's like, you get to the highlight, Gabby's like, or she has the soda and she just starts drinking. And her face never changes. Like she's just, it's getting intense. And
I'm an actress.
And she's just like,
I'm a great actress.
Like it's like a numb. Like somebody gave her something and she's just riding the wave.
My sister looked at. I sent a clip to my family of this because it was so intense. You just had to laugh about it.
I'm a very expressive person. Like my face, I don't have to talk to you for you to know how I'm feeling. Like this is just, I've accepted it from me. You know, this is my trait. And everybody knows that. Like, you know, Bella, if I look at her, I can be trying to be the plain, like, face that I have. And she's like, you don't like it, right? And I'm like, yeah. She just knows it. But it was very challenging. We've had a couple challenging Zoom meetings before that one. But that one specifically was very challenging for me because it's just hard. I'm not the kind of person that, you know, will fake it. I can't fake it. My emotions are on my face and it is what it is. But I was really trying because it was a serious matter. You know, it was a very serious call. It was one of the hardest things that I've had to do working here. And it was even harder because I had Latasha by my side. And she was like, she wasn't on the call, you know, you can see her face. So like you can see her. So she was like having the time of her life. And I was like trying to keep my composure so hard. She was laughing. I was like, oh my God, please stop. I'm trying really hard here. But, you know, at the end of the day, it was like we took it to the fun side and everything worked out great. It was very challenging, but I feel like it's one of those things. I did good, okay? I did great. And every time anybody says anything, oh, it's clear that you know, you can see we're trying to keep your composure. I'm like, but I did. You know, it could have been so much worse. Yeah, but it was a good, you know, I was like, I really can do this. Like, you know, yeah, I did good. I try not to show it on my face. I did great. I know I did.
My sister was like, Gabby's working really hard to keep it together.
I was.
Oh, good Lord. What a few weeks we've had.
I wanted to just like listen to, like see it, because you hear kind of like the drama and what goes on. So this was a client meeting and I was like, oh, I just want to sit on the side and just look. And you know, I have to be fair. Some of what he was saying was 100% true. He wasn't making this up. It was true. I felt like John handled it very well, because John goes from 0 to 100 real quick. So you don't mess around with John.
No more damn changes without me being present. So when it's starting to cost money, the minute you're in my pocket, I'm one of those kids from the street. The minute you're in my pocket, I have problems. He's trying to pick my pocket. I don't let anybody take my lunch money.
But John has been a big part in the company. Like the day he came in, John is such a protector. And he was like, what are your issues? What are your problems? So in the meeting, like, he's defending our company. So I like that aspect of it. It got a little funny to me because the client, Bella in the background, was hilarious. It's like you could say that. I'm going to say it for a while. Gabi and John, Bella in the background. It's going to be like a little thing for me. Keep me motivated. They've been fun. We have a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun. I have a lot of anxiety sometimes. Okay, I'm gonna do the orchard. Did you guys need anything from me?
No.
No? Okay. Tomorrow I'm spending the day studying.
This is funny. I don't even know where to start. This is like a forever thing. It honestly feels to me that we're never gonna stop. You know, it starts with something small. We just want to make it pretty. And then you find out everything's falling down. So you gotta do something about it, I guess. But I mean, it's cool. I'm just out here like picking stuff out and buying stuff. I don't really have to pay for it. Like Bella, I totally respect your money, but you know, I also like to be purchasing stuff and not really paying for it. I love that. But it is what it is. Like right now we're in this process of like, this is something from like the gut of the house. It has to be done. But yeah, not, you know, the best ideal thing ever, but it is what it is.
Every time we open a wall, I'm on some type of antibiotic. Because it's cold. You know, great for what she's done here. You know, she got it for a set price and she just had it refinanced and it paid off in a major way for her. So good. You know, she's updating the space. Ugh, Dove White. It is Dove White. I mean, it's safe. It's safe. It's very safe. That's what I want to say. I don't know. You could do white. I mean, you could do white. It's just like, even her bathroom upstairs, it's lime washed, right? And it's expensive, right? So you have like Cadillac, lime wash, plaster, and then painting. But like when you go into her bathroom, I can't tell. Megan, I'm blind. You know, I can't tell. But it's like when you sit down, you're using the toilet and you're looking at the wall. And I was like, somebody messed your wall up. And she's like, no, it's lime washed. And I was like, wow, you can't see it. I don't really care for the Dove White, but then again, it's a classic, right? You can't go wrong with it, right? But I kind of like a little bit of color. I really like Venetian plaster. I thought like, or even our bathroom, I picked that color. And nobody liked it. We were all like, oh no, because it looked too light, right? And then he kept doing coats and coats. It looked really good. It looks really good. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, she tells our clients Dove White. And the house, you can't Dove White her. She likes the color.
I wish my answer to that could be a very long laugh. 8 weeks. I don't know. I think it's gonna be very interesting. We don't know Michael. And since the first time that she told me about him, I was like, is he a cool guy? Because he's gonna be in here. You know, I like cool guys. I don't like. And she was like, no, he's cool. He's fun. I'm like, okay, we shall see. I think it's gonna be an interesting experience for her. You know, I think like she loves him so much, and it's just like, I can't wait to see it. I think it's gonna be fun. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun because we're so close, and we're gonna be hearing a lot of the experience itself. But you know what? I'm feeling good about it. And I think she's gonna do great. She's preparing herself, so I think she's gonna do great.
I don't really have a feeling. I don't care. She'll have a little bit more pep in her step. He's probably not gonna affect us, right? He's gotta work, is he, right? Or is he just gonna be sitting upstairs? I don't think so. Bella's gonna put you to work.
We have Park Road. We're finishing up. So I think in a month from now, Park Road is gonna be pretty much together, and whatever, you know, just finishing touches. I think that's gonna be like great. That is gonna be the most beautiful house. I am so excited for this house. Since I've seen like the stuff that I was gonna like buy for it, I was like, yes, I'm here for it. It's so great. It's gonna look really good. And in a month from now, we're gonna, you know, it's gonna be painted, Cadillac, lime wash. Oh, it's gonna be so beautiful. So that's the for Park. HQ, we're not gonna be doing much here, but are we gonna be here? Are we gonna be somewhere else? I don't know. Next chapter. I think we may or may not be here. Who knows? You know, I'm like throwing good juju that we're gonna be starting soon. We're really, if I have to bet on a project, it's Park Road. It's gonna look splendid, so beautiful. I'm telling you, prepare your eyes because you're gonna see heaven.